The Dempsey Roll is one of the most iconic techniques in boxing history, brought to life by the legendary Jack Dempsey and immortalized in the anime Hajime no Ippo. It's a move that combines relentless aggression, sophisticated footwork, and sheer power, making it as devastating in real boxing as it is in fiction. This video will explore the history and mechanics of the Dempsey Roll, explain why it's still relevant today, and provide practical tips on how to train this legendary move at home. Jack Dempsey, known as the Manasseh Mauler, revolutionized boxing during the 1920s with his ferocious fighting style. Dempsey was a smaller heavyweight by modern standards, often fighting much larger opponents. In his famous 1919 fight against Jess Willard, who outweighed him by over 50 pounds, Dempsey used the Dempsey Roll to completely overwhelm his opponent. The move involved a series of rapid bobbing and weaving motions, allowing Dempsey to avoid punches while closing the distance to land powerful hooks. The Dempsey Roll wasn't just a single technique. It was the combination of several key principles Dempsey had mastered. First, the drop step. Dempsey would lean his weight onto his lead leg and then quickly shift forward, falling into his opponent while using his back leg to propel himself forward. This gave his punches incredible momentum. Second, figure 8 head movement. Constantly bobbing and weaving in a figure 8 motion allowed him to slip punches and load up his hooks with rotational force. Third, shoulder whirl. Dempsey described his punches as having elastic quality, where his body would twist like a rubber band, releasing tremendous energy into his punches. This blend of head movement, footwork, and rotational power made Dempsey a force to be reckoned with, and his roll became a key element of his arsenal. While the Dempsey Roll was a signature move in Jack Dempsey's era, it has evolved and continues to inspire modern fighters. Mike Tyson under Cus D'Amato incorporated many of the same principles into his peekaboo style. Tyson's relentless bobbing and weaving combined with his powerful hooks mirrored the mechanics of the Dempsey Roll. Fighters like Vasil Lomachenko have also adapted parts of the technique, using fluid footwork and head movement to avoid punches while staying in range for counters. Although hajimenoippo takes some creative liberties with the Dempsey Roll, the core of the technique remains rooted in real boxing. The exaggerated speed and force might be unrealistic in the anime, but the principles of movement and timing are true to Dempsey's teachings. Now that you understand the history and the mechanics of the Dempsey Roll, let's break down how you can train this technique at home. Even if you're new to boxing, these steps will help you gradually build up to mastering this iconic move. First, start with the basics. Before jumping into the full roll, it's crucial to master the fundamentals. Start by practicing head movement. Imagine dodging an opponent's punches by shifting your weight from side to side. Use a mirror or camera to check your form. Your head should make smooth figure 8 movements. Practice basic footwork, moving forward and backward while maintaining balance. You'll need this to move in and out of range while performing the Dempsey Roll. Practice the drop step. Dempsey's drop step is key to generating power. Stand in a basic boxing stance with your dominant foot back. Lean slightly forward onto your lead leg, and as you push off your back foot, fall forward into your punch. This motion creates momentum, allowing you to land a more powerful blow. Start slow, practicing this movement in front of a heavy bag or with shadow boxing. Gradually speed up, focusing on transferring your weight smoothly from one foot to the other as you throw punches. Incorporate the figure 8 motion. Once you're comfortable with the drop step, add the figure 8 head movement. As you lean toward into your punch, weave your head from side to side in a continuous motion. This makes it harder for your imaginary opponent to land clean shots on you, while simultaneously allowing you to load up for your next punch. Incorporate both hooks and body shots while weaving. Start with light shadow boxing to get the rhythm, and then build up to hitting a heavy bag. Combine the movements. Once you've practiced the individual components, it's time to combine everything. Perform the drop step to move forward, weave in a figure 8 pattern, and throw punches as you shift your weight from side to side. The key here is fluidity. Your head should never stop moving, and each punch should follow naturally from the previous one. Keep your movements tight and controlled at first. Over time, as you build muscle memory, you can start increasing the speed and power of your punches. Conditioning and repetition. Like any boxing technique, mastering the Dempsey Roll requires repetition. Include it as part of your regular boxing workout, incorporating it into your shadow boxing, back work, and even sparring if possible. Focus on maintaining your balance throughout the movement and avoiding overextension, which can leave you vulnerable to counters. To build strength and endurance needed for the Dempsey Roll, you can also do exercises like resistance band punches. Attach a band to a sturdy surface and practice punching with resistance to simulate the shoulder whirl effect. Core workouts. Strong core muscles will help you maintain balance and generate more rotational power in your punches. Potential risks and adjustments for beginners. While the Dempsey Roll is an impressive move, it does come with risks, especially for beginners. If you misjudge the distance or timing, you could leave yourself open to counters, which could lead to knockouts or serious injury. For this reason, it's important to focus on balance and control, rather than trying to rush into the full technique. Beginners should start with simpler movements like basic head movement and footwork before attempting the Dempsey Roll in full. As you improve, you can gradually integrate the more complex aspects of the roll. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one.